Justin in New Mexico?
Yeah, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Awesome. Here in Albuquerque,
Get the papers. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Here in Albuquerque, that's actually where they filmed Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah?
And there's like a pretty hipster area right around the university. It's called Nob Hill. And I was
Nob
sitting down
Hill.
at
I know why.
Yeah, Nob Hill.
For the dicks.
And I was sitting down right down at Chiba. It's like a little stoner bar and stuff that we have here.
Sure.
And Aaron Paul was sitting out on the patio, and I had my dog with me, so he actually ended up coming up and sitting at our table and sitting with us and having a few beers. But the guy's pretty damn cool. I've seen him down in Nob Hill a couple times, and he's just like real laid back and pretty humble. I like him. I mean, he's like a chill dude.
Were all the bitches going crazy?
Oh, dude, the girls freaking all the time, they flock to him. But
They love Aaron Paul.
Ladies love Aaron Paul.
So you and Danny had to bring your... Get out of here, Justin. You're just calling to brag about having lunch with Aaron Paul. So you had to all bring your girls in here?
Well, I didn't have to, but, like when a situation,
The situation is another one they like?
yeah. When a situation arises that I feel is possible.
And they're like, oh, my God, Aaron Paul turns me on so much more than you. And you and Danny are like, fuck, I guess, all right, we'll bring him in.
See, we bring them in.
Yeah, and then they can unleash their shades of gray Aaron Paul wild fantasies on you guys tonight, am I right?
Exactly.
But now it's just going to be their Bryan Cranston fantasies, which are totally different. They're all based on interviewing him when he's playing an astronaut. It's totally a different deal altogether. I guess, but I mean, that's the same way when I brought Jess in here years ago.
That's right. I forgot about that.
To meet Seth Green.
Yeah.
Which she's not.
Which is weird.
Yeah, and I don't even think she cares one way or the other about him anymore.
Taste change.
She just loved the movie Can't Hardly Wait. I figured it out. It wasn't. She just loved Can't Hardly Wait
That's
that
a great
much.
Movie.
It is a great movie.
It really is.
It is a great movie. Eric, do you have any? What about your woman? Is there anybody that you have brought her up because she gets wet for or would?
Ozzy.
She gets wet for Ozzy?
I remember when
She doesn't
last
come
time
up
Ozzy
often,
was
but
here,
for
yeah.
Ozzy, she was really excited
And
about.
the cup. She came up for the cup.
Oh, yes, and the Stanley Cup.
She's not going to bang the Stanley Cup, is
Well,
she?
I mean, a guy
could if she wants.
A guy, yeah, could she, Eric?
If she wants to. Go
That's
ahead.
terrible.
I had no idea she was that. Well, I won't even use the word, but you so far have said she has the ability to fuck the Stanley Cup and she shit herself, definitely. Maybe you should consult her before you make these statements.
I meant just like rub up against it or something.
Oh, you meant dry hump the Stanley Cup. Oh, okay. Well, that's far more feasible.
Yeah, you took it into a weird place.
No. You said she could fuck the Stanley Cup.
That is true.
Okay,
But
so I didn't take it into a weird place. You misspoke. Can we leave it at that?
All right, fine.
That's fair. But she's not.
Ozzy.
She's not turned on by Ozzy, is she?
No.
Right. Like that's not like she's not
You
putting.
sound disappointed when you said that.
No, I wish
I'm
she
trying
was.
to think if there's. Well, there's one person I know.
Who?
If we ever got him on the show.
Who?
Perry Farrell.
Really?
Oh, and Perry Farrell would probably take her from you too.
Probably.
He'll never.
He exudes sexuality.
He exudes something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he does. He was on Ron and Fez in the K-Rock days.
Yeah, for Satellite Party.
Oh, right.
You know. As a matter of fact, if I remember right, I think Lily was working with them at the time, and I think there was some story about Perry Farrell trying to get her and his wife to do a threesome.
I don't doubt it. He's a weird dude.
You think he'd try to bang Eric's wife?
Probably.
In a
And
kimono,
Eric.
too.
He'd invite Eric along?
Oh, yeah.
Eric,
Absolutely.
Eric, if Perry Farrell, who you love famous people, you love a celebrity, don't you? Okay. If Perry Farrell offered and said, I would like to do a threesome with you and your wife. So it's you, Eric Nagel, Perry Farrell, and your wife. Keeping in mind, number one, this is a big celebrity, and you could take a pic afterwards. and number two, it would obviously make your wife very happy. Would you do the threesome?
I would opt out.
What? Wait, opt out? So you would step out and let your wife just bang Perry Farrell?
I'll pick you up in half an hour.
What the hell is wrong with you? Travis, would you let your wife bang Perry Farrell?
No.
No, of course not. Why would
she
you?
doesn't like Perry Farrell.
But why would you?
What if?
Okay, Travis,
What if?
would you let your wife bang Aaron Paul?
No.
No. Why would you let your wife bang Perry Farrell?
Who might have stand in her way?
Oh my God, that's weird.
What if he offered to do the dogs barking at the beginning of that song?
Yeah. What if he did that? Then could he do a threesome with you?
He has to play the whole album.
Oh, that's a little weird. He's busy. He's having a threesome.
You'd really let your wife have sex with Perry Farrell?
Yeah.
Wow. Sal, if you were, are you single?
If she
guy?
wants to. I mean, I'm assuming that she wants to.
wait. You also assume that she
Nagel
shit herself
assumption.
and that she could fuck the Stanley Cup.
My wife, she likes to shit herself and fuck Perry Farrell.
Why do you assume she wants to fuck Perry Farrell?
I know she loves him, but I don't know if she'd be.
He's probably right in that assumption.
Yeah, I would think so. Sal, are you still dating that girl you were dating before?
No.
You ended that quick, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You are just fucking spreading that dick around this city, aren't you?
how it
Well,
is.
around Brooklyn.
Yeah, only Williamsburg.
Yeah. So, if you were, when was your last serious relationship?
A couple months back.
And how long was that for?
Like a long time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
who did she? What was her celebrity?
Fuck.
Let's say Perry Farrell.
We probably haven't heard of him.
Yeah, yeah. He's really big, but you guys don't know him.
He wears a very deep V-neck.
Yeah. Would you let your significant other have sex with her celebrity? No, right?
Absolutely not. And,
Okay.
and especially not an inanimate thing like a fucking cup.
You wouldn't let her. I would let Jess fuck the Stanley Cup if she had the ability to. Because if Jess had the ability to have sex with the Stanley Cup, I'm sure that I couldn't satisfy her.
Now, do I get to have sex with a celebrity as well?
Ooh, okay, that's something though.
Okay, you can have sex with Perry Farrell when she's done, Travis.
I
You
was
can,
gonna
I'm
pick
sure.
Perry
You
Farrell,
can-
but-
who are you gonna pick, Keither?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Kiefer.
Yeah. If
You're the freak.
would you let your wife have sex with Aaron Paul if it meant you could have sex with Kiefer Sutherland?
I don't know. I mean, is it like
Okay, that's enough of the conversation right there. Now, Eric, would your wife let you have sex? Who would be the celebrity for you?
I don't know. I have to think.
I know it's difficult.
No,
Usually,
the one I wanted to is not really in the best of shape anymore.
who would it? Paul Abdul?
No,
Oh.
it used to be Christina Aguilera,
Okay,
but
you wouldn't now, just to say, you know what I mean?
I think if I
I
was
had sex with
allowed
that chick from
to,
The Voice?
Yeah.
I would definitely for the story.
Now, would your wife let you?
I do not think so.
But you would let your wife have sex with Perry Farrell?
But I let you have sex with Perry Farrell.
Yeah. Oh man, you're kidding me! I wish I'd worked this out ahead of time.
Let me see here. I'm
You
getting
done the
back.
text with her?
Yeah,
I mean, if that day when Jess came into K-Rock and met Seth Green, if she had been like, oh my God, Sam, Seth just asked me out to dinner, I'm going to go with him and then maybe have sex after that, I'd be like, no, you can't, you're not allowed.
Seth Green, I would probably laugh and say okay.
You're
Yeah.
like, whatever.
Okay.
If you really want Seth Green on your roster, go for it. Eric, I believe, is calling his wife to find out if she wants to have sex with Perry Farrell.
I'm trying to clarify a text you sent.
What did you? What did it just say? Shut the fuck up.
No,
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
No. Also, Chris Cornell.
Oh, there you go.
Also, Chris Cornell. All right. Would you let your wife get double
There's
teamed
nothing
by?
to clarify there.
Would you let your wife get double teamed by
No,
Perry
I'm
Farrell
trying to
and Chris
figure out.
Cornell?
Did that mean she came down to get a photo with him?
No,
Because
she
she
wa-
did.
she-
Or is she
she-
going to
no,
want to sleep
she-
with Chris
She
Cornell?
definitely wants to sleep with him.
Every woman wants to sleep with Chris Cornell.
Every woman. I've never met a woman who didn't want to sleep with Chris Cornell. Sal, you would?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so.
I'd be like, man, he put out some of the best albums of the 90s. I'd fuck him.
So that would be like, hey, I know James Eha.
right. He hates Billy Corgan, by the
Yeah.
way.
Let's have sex.
Let's have sex with each other. Eric, would you let your wife be double teamed by?
No, double team's a little tough to take.
Okay, how about one after the other then?
Oh, man, I wish we could mark that.
Oh, is Pro Tools running?
We don't have that
His-
fucking
his
mic,
mic.
though.
Try to pull it out of
We can
audition.
pull it out of one. Yeah.
What'd you just say?
Nothing.
Would you let her one after the other?
Yeah. It's Chris Cornell.
It is Chris Cornell.
He's a
And
legend.
how about this? You get a pick afterwards. Or you can get
Oh,
four.
my wife is clarifying. No, he's hot.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh, babe, you mean like you went to get a picture with him, right?
Nope, I want to
No.
sleep with him. Would you let her sleep with him?
Well, if we're
It's Chris Cornell.
It's Chris Cornell.
How do you say?
I'd-
no to
I'd
Chris
rather-
Oh
Cornell?
my God, Eric is a cuckold.
You'd
In
rather,
every-
Chris,
No, no,
Cornell,
but
you'd
I'm-
rather Chris Cornell than Perry Farrell, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How about neither?
Perry's got all kind of weird shit
No, I
going
mean-
on with him.
If you
Yeah,
get
but
one
you'd
for
still-
one, though, that's fine.
I guarantee you,
No,
Perry
but that's-
Farrell has
that's
like
two
But I
for
get
zero.
yeah, no.
I get to pull that card. You know, if
what,
I get the
to have
celebrity
sex with
opportunity.
Chris Cornell.
Yeah, but guess what? The way your
yeah.
relationship seems to work, you'd be like, listen, you had sex with Chris Cornell, I'm going to do my thing. And she'd be like, no, you're not. And you'd be like, oh, all right, I'm going to the Lego store then. Man, so you don't care who has sex with your wife.
I do.
I had sex with your wife. I don't care.
As long as you're a 90s alt-rock guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Go
So
for it.
what is the most minimal celebrity you would let your wife have sex with? Mike Myers.
Ew, no.
Why not Mike Myers? He's bigger than Perry Farrell.
Pasty and doughy and
He has to be someone you're attracted to.
not that I'm attracted to.
But he has to be somebody that you consider handsome.
For her to sleep with?
Yeah.
It would have to be someone she wanted to.
Yeah, but what if she said, I want to have sex with Mike Myers?
That's disgusting.
But would you let her?
No, then I have a problem.
But why? Because he's not as handsome?
Because he's not at the level of a Chris Cornell.
He's bigger than Perry Farrell, I think.
Yeah, but Perry Farrell's been a lifelong obsession of hers, so.
Okay, that's just a little treat for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about T.J. Miller?
Nobody likes TJ Miller.
Especially not that Dane Cook. Boy, I tell you. You wouldn't let her have sex with T.J. Miller? Because that
No.
could actually happen.
No.
Okay, let's see. Who
We
else?
can move off this subject and maybe find people that Jess wants to bang.
No,
other than
because you know what?
What about the lead singer from Blues Traveler?
Would you let her have sex with John
Fat
Popper?
or the skinny one?
Skinny.
Skinny.
No.
Oh, what if he played the harmonica?
fat, yes.
No.
What if he dressed her up like Dorothy from the Runaround music video?
Oh, there you go.
No.
No?
No.
Good album.
It was a good album.
We
I'm
can.
gonna play it.
You can talk about whatever celebrities Jess would want to sleep with, but it's not as intriguing because for me, I would say no, she can't have sex with any of them. Whereas you said yes to Perry Farrell and yes to Chris Cornell.
And the Stanley Cup.
And yes, she could dry hump the Stanley Cup. Now, would she let you have anal sex with one of the pegs on the World Series trophy? Eric.
I'm not answering that. That's just fucking stupid.
Well, you said she could dry hump the Stanley Cup.
If she wanted to. She wouldn't.
So where do you draw the line on celebrities that she's not allowed to have sex with? How about Bob Kelly? Would you let her sleep with Bob Kelly if she wanted to?
Look, there was a time skinny Bob Kelly might have been in the
Might
have been a concern.
Okay, let's see. How about Opie? What if Opie was like, Eric, what if your wife came to you and she was like, listen, I know this is weird, but I got to tell you, I've been a fan of the show for a long time. I know you work there, so it's different, but I've always fantasized about a sexual encounter with Opie. Would you be like, you know what? Once. You can do it one time, and that's where it stands. You can have your night of passion
No.
with Opie. Why no?
No.
Why?
Because she's not interested in him.
What about the
Eric,
threesome discussion we were talking about earlier?
with Opie and Anthony?
No.
Or with Opie and Erock?
Yeah.
Erock would be like, no, then she would have to stand aside. No. Erock, you're not following my hypothetical.
I am.
What if she was very interested in him, and it was just as a fan? Then
No.
Why no?
Because no.
Who are you calling? Opie?
Don't worry about it.
Are you calling Opie to find out?
with my wife.
Please don't have sex with my wife. Don't ask her. I won't be able to say no. Who are you calling? Who's he calling in there? Hey,
Hang on a second.
well, who are you talking to? What a mysterious guy this Erock is. By the way, I love.
She's adding to the list.
Tell her, put her on speaker. Put her on speaker. I want to know who else is on the list. All right, I got to start writing
No,
down.
I can't put her on.
I hope I don't get writer's cramp.
No.
So we got Chris Cornell. Okay. Chris Cornell, Perry Farrell. Who
Yeah.
else is on her
Stanley
list?
Cup.
Stanley Cup, you're right. Sorry, Travis, I forgot about that. But that's just for dry humping.
A lot of men have been inscribed on that, too.
Dry. I'm putting a DH next to Stanley Cup, so we know.
Why?
Dry hump.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just so we know. Who else is now added to your wife's celebrity sleep with list?
Well, we want to play a little game. It's somebody we've recently had on.
Now, I'm not going to ask you. I want the list, but I'm not going to ask you whether she's allowed to or not yet, okay? So this is just her list. Somebody that we've had on recently. Sal, you have a guess.
Oh, yeah.
Who is it?
Corgan.
You think it's Billy Corgan?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it Billy Corgan, Eric?
No, it is not.
Really?
Ooh, you were along the same lines as 90s rockers. I understand. Is it Troy?
No.
Call her and find out if she wants to have sex with Troy.
No interest in Troy.
Okay. That's a surprise, but okay. Troy's,
She
Joe
said he's
DeRosa?
too pretty.
is it Joe DeRosa?
No.
Have we had him in more than once?
Yes.
Kevin Smith.
Is it Kevin Smith?
No.
Okay. Now, when was the last time we had him in? It's a
I think
him.
a few weeks ago.
And it is a him.
It's a him.
Okay. Is it a musician or an actor?
Neither.
Comedian.
I I guess.
Spoken word artist.
No.
Kind of a comedian.
I guess
though.
you can add comedian to his credits.
But he's not a TV star or a movie star.
Well, he's a TV star.
He's a talk show host.
Oh, Jimmy Fallon.
There you go.
Wow, Jimmy Fallon. Man, that's got to hurt you, Eric, because you want to work for Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Fallon's a good-looking guy.
I can't
He
work
is.
anywhere.
He's super handsome. Well, all these guys are so handsome. Chris Cornell,
Perry Farrell, handsome.
he exudes sexuality.
You'd be
He's-
amazed. A lot of
something.
women love Perry Farrell.
he is
Yeah, because
exuding.
he's so like out there.
Right.
I hate him.
All right, so Jimmy Fallon's on the list.
I really do.
Yeah, not Eric White doesn't. Who else is on the list?
That's all I know.
Can you call her and ask her?
I just did.
For a complete
She said she just gave me the third one.
Can you call her just real quick? You don't have to do it on the air. You can turn off your mic. I'll talk to Travis and just call her and see if you can get a complete listing so we can have everything on the record. Because this is a valuable thing. Because this is the type of thing that will come up when couples argue, you know, or let's say Eric's wife ends up sleeping with somebody, and then
He wasn't on the list.
exactly. That's why I feel like we need to get everything on the record. And it's on the air, and it's clarified. Yeah, Eric, if you can hear me in your one headphone, find out if Trent Reznor is on the list. Guys like that, because Trent Reznor...
Do you think it's a big list?
Yeah, it's a big list. And by the way, I think it's a big list that he would give permission to as well. And I don't think she would give him permission
Post-its?
for any of them.
No.
None of them.
No.
None of his list. Although I don't think he'd be able to seal the deal either, so it's not a concern of hers.
She's charming.
But I believe that she would be able to seal the deal with some of these guys because
God
she's a
damn it.
good-looking girl. What?
There's three more.
There's three more for now.
Three more.
No, this rounds out the list.
Okay, let's round out the list. And who is? Are we guessing, or are you just going to give us the names?
I think it's more fun to guess, right?
Okay. Are they all along the same line of work?
Same
They're all entertainers, obviously.
No.
Are they all? Is any of them musicians?
No.
Okay, no more musicians.
No.
So Marilyn Manson and Trent Reznor are not on the list.
No.
Trent Reznor. Did you confirm that Trent Reznor is definitely not on the list?
You know what? At one point I would have suspected, but I don't think that he's on the list.
Ever
about,
since he showed up for the Academy Awards,
He's on my list. Fuck.
he is on your list.
yeah.
Even
Yeah,
after the.
Sal loves Trent Reznor.
Oh,
yeah.
never mind. There's a text.
Okay.
Trent Reznor's good.
Yeah.
Okay, Trent Reznor is on the list.
What about Pete Steele from Typo Negative?
You're getting too deep.
No.
Okay.
Typo Negative?
Okay. Any comedians on the list?
No.
All right. So no comedians, no musicians.
I would have loved it if it was one of the regular, like Bill Burr, like one of our regular
Rich
comedians,
Voss.
Norton. How great would it have been if Voss was the guy? All actors then?
Nope.
Talk show hosts?
Nope.
Any actors?
Nope.
No.
Of the three people, they're not actors.
Nope.
Or talk show hosts.
Anyone
Nope.
we've had in.
Or comedians.
No.
And they're not comedians or musicians.
No.
Comedians, not musicians, not actors.
Not talk show
Not
hosts?
talk show
No.
hosts.
Are they directors? Are they famous? Are they your
They're
friends?
very
Are they
famous.
Did you go to school with
They're
them?
very famous.
Giddles. Giddles is one of Eric's
They're
old
very
friends.
famous. Do they know each other?
Is it the Onetters?
No.
Okay, okay.
She's gotten photos with them.
Give me one so we can guess the other two a little
You're
easier.
in the wrong genre of employment.
sports.
There you go.
They're all three athletes?
Okay, Martin Brodeur.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
I got
who?
one.
Martin.
Martin Brodeur. He's
Martin.
the goalie for the Devils.
Oh, wow. Martin Brodeur?
Yeah.
Okay.
French. Canadian.
Very famous.
Yeah.
Brodeur. Not that famous.
No, he's very famous.
Yeah.
Not
he's
as
very
famous as some other. Not as famous as, like, you know, the
Giddles?
Stanley Cup and Giddles. After this after show, Giddles is a star, by the way. Okay, so Martin Brodeur. I spelled it Brodoor. Brodeur.
That's incorrect, but okay.
And Martin.
Spelled phonetically.
Martan. Martin.
Tin.
No, Martin, you said.
Are the other two hockey players?
The other two, no, they're not.
No. Okay.
Are they basketball players?
Ew, no.
Why is that ill? That's some racist shit. She doesn't like any black guys.
And that's racist.
Throw her a text right now
No.
and say, are there any black guys you're attracted to?
Say any bees if you don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, any BGs. She'll be like, I've always liked Maurice. No.
All right. So baseball players.
Are they baseball players? Is
Derek
it-
Jeter.
That's another one.
All right,
my
I'm
God.
good at this.
Derek
Okay.
Jeter.
Either that or you know her photos.
No, I
Derek
don't.
Jeter. And Alex Rodriguez?
No.
And
The
Derek
last
Jeter,
one-
by the
the
way,
last one,
by the way, you
yeah.
racist son of a bitch, Derek Jeter does have a little of that color in him. So
little.
deal with that. I hope that keeps you up at night. Is it Mike Piazza?
No.
Why? What's wrong with that? He played for the Mets.
No. The last
Okay.
one is not a baseball player.
This was not a baseball player.
I always thought Mike Piazza was
he-
cool when he was a Dodger, but once
he's
he
an
came to the
athlete.
Mets, he was lame.
He's an athlete?
Yes.
Not no basketball,
Not
No.
basketball, not hockey, not
not
baseball.
hockey, not baseball. Is it football? Is it Troy Aikman?
No.
Is it Emmett Smith? Is it Sweetness Walter Payton?
Tony Romo?
No.
Is it Tebow?
No.
Aaron
Is it
Rodgers.
Bobo?
No.
And I didn't get a yes or no on Bobo?
She would
Oh,
like
I didn't hear that.
Roethlisberger.
No.
It's not Ben Roethlisberger, is it?
No.
It is a football player,
Rapist?
though.
No.
Is it a football player?
Alleged rapist? No.
No, it's not a football player.
No, it is a football player.
Oh, it is a
Yeah.
football player. Okay.
Well, I don't know any football players.
Tony Saragusa.
Nope.
Well, I can't figure out two, so let's say 200. What was the name of the football player,
I'm
Eric?
getting texted. Say I'm not prepped for his show today.
From who?
From my wife.
This is the show. Does she not listen? This is the show. This is what people enjoy. Who is the last person on your wife's celebrity sleep with list?
You didn't guess.
I know I didn't. That's why I'm asking you.
Is he an active player?
Yes.
Who could it be?
Roland, we're making a list of people Eric's wife wants to sleep with.
I was going to say Dan Marino.
Is it Dan Marino? Laces out.
He said,
no.
Not actually.
All right.
Is it Ray
well,
Finkel?
Oh,
I know True
Finkel's Einhorn.
no, it's a football player.
What is it?
Is it
Joe Montana?
one of the brothers from the
current-
Oreo commercials?
Oh, yeah. Is it Eli Manning? It's Eli Manning, isn't
There
it?
it
Yes,
is.
Eli
I got all
Manning.
three.
Okay. So this is the list. And we're going to go down and see who she's allowed to sleep with and who she's not. Chris Cornell, she is allowed to sleep with.
Yes.
Check. Perry Farrell, she is allowed to sleep with.
Yes.
Check. Stanley Cup, she is allowed to dry hump.
That's at her discretion.
I know, all these are if she wants to. She's allowed to, though.
She's allowed to.
Okay, yes. She's allowed to dry hump the Stanley Cup. Jimmy Fallon, she is allowed to sleep with?
Yeah, it's Jimmy.
That I don't know.
It's Jimmy Fallon. He's a friend of the show, Eric.
And also, he might be able to
And
hook
he
you
might
up
be
with
the
a job.
Tonight Show host one day.
Yeah, and you want to work for him so bad. That's not going to happen if he doesn't sleep with your wife.
All right, then, yeah.
Okay, Jimmy Fallon, yes. Trent Reznor?
No.
Why no? I
He's a
think
legend.
he would fall into the same category as Chris.
What if he
I
performs
say
a song
no,
for
but I
you?
think she'd do it anyway.
Yeah, she would.
Okay.
Because Trent Reznor's really cool.
Check off, yes. Okay, Martin Brodeur.
No.
Yeah,
Why no?
no, you would
Too
have to
old.
let her. Too old.
Too old.
Yeah,
He's
but she's a
old.
huge Devils fan.
But
You would have to let her.
wait. What happens if he brings the Stanley Cup while he bangs her?
Which she's already
You can-
dry
then
humped
she can
the
get a
Stanley
2 for
Cup.
1.
No, but thing is, he could play with the Stanley Cup while he's banging her.
Would you let her bang Martin Brodeur while you played with the Stanley Cup in the other room?
You could use Legos.
He's actually thinking about it. Would you do it? You could play with the Stanley Cup and you could
No,
run
what?
around.
For Brodeur, I'd say yeah.
Jesus, okay.
You gotta do it.
Derek,
No.
number 2, Derek Jeter.
No.
Why no?
Because he fucks everything.
Yeah, that's true. I would
it-
say no.
I think
Yeah.
Eric, it's the race thing, personally.
Yeah, well, you're probably right.
Is it the race?
No, it's
No,
not the race.
I agree with Eric on that one.
So I'm going to X out Derek Jeter. And finally, Eli Manning.
Yeah, he's the quarterback.
What?
of the
Here's this.
Giants.
Here's
Well,
this.
what about Corky from Life Goes On?
Eli Manning
Oh, she's married to Corky.
has a sweet deal. Eric, you know the
Wrong
commercials.
insult. Yeah.
What if he gives you a case of Oreos while he's banging your wife in the other room?
No.
And a Toyota.
No.
And you get a Toyota and a glass of milk.
A Toyota or a toy Yoda?
You would rather the Toyota.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Lego Toyota. It's
I-
first
Oh, it's a
Millennium Falcon.
car?
Why wouldn't you let her bang Eli Manning?
Because she's never been like. I mean, she's been a lifelong Giants fan, but
Right.
she's been a lifelong Brodeur fan, not a.
Look, Eric,
Man.
these
Yeah,
are
but he's
just
got 2 Super Bowl rings.
these are some guys she wants to sleep with. She wants.
Dudes.
I was gonna say she wants to feel those Super Bowl rings inside of her, but then I thought better of it. Then I thought better of it, so I won't say it.
That's horrible.
I know. I'm not gonna say it. I will
But
not.
Is there anybody from True Blood though? You think?
No, she's not.
No, we. So Eli Manning's a no.
No.
Eli
Why?
Manning, yes.
What if he before he bangs her,
Look,
he
I've
plays
been,
catches
I've been
with
pretty
you,
lenient with the others.
What
I'm
if he
not
let
doing
you-
Play
Eli
catch?
Manning.
What if he lets you wear his jersey?
and
I
you
don't
play,
care about football.
or you play catch with him after.
Yeah.
I would.
Roland, you're the only one who wants to play catch, who's an adult. However, we now have the quintessential list of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men that Eric's wife is allowed to sleep with,
And 1 trophy.
and 1 inanimate object she's allowed to dry hump. But she probably wouldn't let you she probably wouldn't let you, wouldn't return the favor.
That's fair.
No, I think after that list, then she would say okay.
The whole list. And then you can have sex with one.
You get one. We go 1 for 5 here in the Nagel household. Has she changed her name to Nagel or no?
Yeah.
Did she really?
No. I'm sorry to hear that. Wow, and you don't feel insecure at all?
Nah.
About
even
list?
if it happened, you'd be fine with it?
Well, I'd like to know about it.
Like details?
No, like that it was going to happen.
I would feel very insecure, especially somebody
Would you have to wait at Rita's Ice while this happens, or can you be at the house?
Where are Rita's Ice?
Yeah, I
No,
don't know why
you wait at Rita's Ice while it's happening.
I don't know.
By himself?
He's
Okay.
just bringing up Rita's water ice. I don't know why.
Delicious.
coming in tomorrow,
Yeah, he
Roland?
wants free food.
So,
I hope.
Hey, we were
Lola is
talking about you during a
disgusting.
sex conversation. Can we have some free food?
Wouldn't you feel insecure?
By the way, I saw Roland's shameless tweet over the weekend about that sauce place.
Yeah, because they gave him eggplant
Thanks so
parmesan.
much for the sauce.
It's too much. It's too much. It's bordering on grossly illegal at this
Well,
point.
that's it's my own Twitter.
Yeah, it's his personal
Yeah,
Twitter.
they
He
go
got
fuck
some
themselves.
sauce over the weekend.
They go fuck themselves. They have a problem with my
Yeah.
Twitter.
Well, no, they don't have a problem with your Twitter. They have a problem with your Twitter leading to free mentions on the air.
I didn't mention them.
No, it's just on Twitter. I'm the one
On
who brought
Twitter,
it up.
yeah.
You're right. You're right. No, he's looking down the hall.
I know Phil. I have to go. I don't feel too well.
Okay.
I may have to go home.
There are people in the back who are mad at him because of the guest stuff today. That's why he's pretending he's sick. He's not going home.
I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see him again the rest of the day.
You are gonna fake sick?
Fuck yeah.
No, he looks sick.
Yeah.
No, he's not sick. He's
I'm
fine.
sick.
But
I have somebody's up my ass syndrome.
yeah, are they not happy with some of the guests? Now, is that because because I heard that some of the guests only did 0 and 8 today. That's fair to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's public information. I
Yeah.
mean, you scroll around the dial and you don't hear.
I would say the biggest of the guests didn't do anything else.
Yeah.
What is up Wayne Knight's ass that he can't do anything?
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you'd say it was let's just say
It's part of Seinfeld crew.
let's just say this guest was out of this world. Right, so Bryan Cranston didn't do any of the shows. And you're getting a little heat for that, Roland?
Yeah, getting dicks in the ass.
You're getting dick. Well, I mean, listen, your job is to what? Book for
The guys.
the Opie and Anthony show.
What's that?
So it's like you do your job and you get a dick in the ass.
Yeah.
If you hadn't booked any guests today, what would you have ended up with in your ass? A dick?
A major one.
Right, so either way.
It's not my fault because I forgot to tell people because it was like I had parties, tacos, and
July 4th
Roger
weekend.
Waters.
Yeah,
A lot of shit was happening.
right.
I would have told you, but I had tacos.
I did
Right.
entertain people and
Right.
barbecue. And,
I mean, we talked yesterday about all the appetizers,
yes, and the barbecue, and then people inviting other friends over, and then people coming over, then taking people to Roger Waters.
And all of a sudden, Bryan Cranston's in here, and you're like, listen, all I did was book for the show. I did my job. I hope they don't put the
I'm
dick
just
too deep in.
an innocent victim in all this.
Eric, you sure you wouldn't have a problem going back to your wife after she was with, wouldn't you feel inadequate? Like, I would feel inadequate after, Perry Farrell and Chris Cornell and all these rock stars and everything. You wouldn't be like, oh, I don't exactly measure up to these guys.
They could sing to her, too.
Yeah.
You overthink things.
You're a simple kind of man, huh?
Whatever.
You're like, look, I'll put it in when I put it in, and when I don't, I'll be downstairs with my Legos and DVDs. Drinking Coke floats and eating cookies.
That's the life, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, it doesn't sound
No
too
Coke
bad.
floats.
That sounds
Eric.
fucking awesome.
It doesn't sound too bad. Or I'm tricking Opie on Twitter. How much does it satisfy you that Opie is the one who's falling for all your Twitter jokes?
Not my problem.
Do you enjoy that?
That's a good one, though.
Because Eric, today Opie said he was pissed that you were.
He didn't say a word to me until it was on the air. I had no idea that.
Well, I don't think he was going to. I brought it up.
Yeah, before the show, he was like, what?
He was saying it before the show, and I brought it up on the air. But yeah, he said today on the air, he said he was pissed that you were in his life.
Aw.
Is that because he keeps falling for the Twitter jokes?
Again, not my problem.
Are you going to keep him going?
No, it served its purpose.
You're not going to keep doing Twitter pranks?
Why am I going to keep doing the same thing over and over?
No, Eric, different Twitter pranks. Like there was one Twitter
Reinvent
prank,
yourself.
If something comes along, then maybe.
which
yeah.
was the Bobo Q Twitter prank, which was epic.
Yeah,
and then there
he
was
texted me on that one.
Bobo? No, Opie.
Oh.
Then there was the big spam thing that Opie talked to you about on the air today. He keeps falling for your Twitter. Well, listen, you can keep up with Eric's Twitter pranks on Erock Radio.
I enjoy him.
I don't. It's the most infuriating Twitter feed on the internet.
I
He
love
just keeps going and going. He can't stop.
It makes me laugh though, because after 2 hours later, you go, oh, he's the.
What's worse, Eric's bits on Twitter or Roland's constant pandering for free food?
At least, actually, I don't know. I think Eric's bits on Twitter are worse.
Because you.
And sometimes,
you're rewarded.
sometimes we benefit from Roland's pandering.
Yeah.
We always benefit.
I just feed the people like
But-
Jesus.
See, I don't introduce any of this stuff to you. It's just you guys you see it and then you just get all
Eric,
upset.
you tweeted 94 times about a movie that you pretended was a Bobo Q. Everybody saw it. We follow you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I
All
enjoyed a
eyes
soda
on me.
talk.
Yeah. All eyes on you,
I learned a
indeed.
lot.